Welcome back to Kiss of Suspense's The Frozen Witness by Violet Darkmore. Let's recap episodes 1 and 2. Tess Owens saw something she was never meant to see. A public hero, Jordan McAllister, executing a woman in a dark alley. She ran into the mountains with the only proof of the murder. Injured and freezing, she was found by a stranger, Hudson. He saved her life, but made one thing clear. Until he knows who she really is, she's not leaving. When Tess tried to escape, one of Jordan's men found her. Hudson killed him, and in that moment, everything changed. Because now Hudson knows the truth. Tess has the only evidence tying Jordan to murder, and everyone wants it. Episode 3, The Frozen Witness. She saw a murder. Now the killers know she's alive. Hudson just stared at the phone. Then he looked at her. The disappointment in his expression cut deeper than anger would have. "So this is why they're hunting you," he stated flatly. "Is this the proof?" Tess clutched her arm, snow melting through her jeans, cold biting fast. "You can have it. Please. I don't want to die." His jaw tightened. "You're not going to die. You don't know that." "Yes," he said evenly. "I do." He turned the phone over in his hand, studying it. "Jordan already knows you have this," he continued, "and he has bought half the county." Her head snapped up. "What?" "Police, dispatch, 2 deputies, maybe more." His eyes locked onto hers. "If you run down that mountain right now, you won't make it to town." "How do you know?" she whispered. A beat of silence. "Because I've been tracking him for 6 months." The wind moved through the trees behind them. "If you want the truth," Hudson said, gesturing toward the cabin, "come inside. I'll show you who Jordan McAllister really is." He turned and walked back toward the cabin. After a brief hesitation, she followed. Inside, he locked the door, then crossed straight to the computer station. The monitors flickered to life. "You want to know how I know?" he asked. He pulled up a live camera feed. A stretch of mountain road appeared on screen. Narrow, isolated, snow-packed, but recently plowed. 3 miles down," he said. "Only access road heavy enough for freight." Headlights appeared in the distance. A semi-truck crawled into view, moving slowly around the bend before disappearing beyond the camera's range. "That's the 3rd one tonight," Hudson said. "They only run after midnight. No company logos. Plates rotate every week." He switched screens. Another angle, another section of road. Then another. "You put cameras out there?" she asked. "Yes." "For who?" "For the FBI." He didn't look at her as he said it. He zoomed in on a paused frame of a truck's rear axle. "I'm not an agent," he continued. "I'm an independent contractor. Surveillance, digital forensics, long-term observation. I don't make arrests. I build cases." Her mind scrambled to catch up. "And Jordan?" Hudson leaned back slightly in his chair. "Jordan McAllister is clean on paper. Public hero. Charity boards, fundraisers, disaster relief." He opened another window. Financial charts, shell corporations, freight logs. But his name keeps circling shipments that don't exist. "What is in the shipments? Weapons?" Tess asked. "Weapons? Drugs? We're not sure. I can't get the cameras close enough to see them unload the trucks," he said. "Jordan's smart. He never appears at drop points or speaks on recorded lines." He turned toward her then, hazel eyes steady. "Until last night." Her throat went dry. "You've been watching him this whole time?" she asked. "For 6 months," Hudson said. "And you never had proof?" she asked. "None that he was involved in." The word was quiet, precise. Hudson stood and stepped closer, not threatening, but focused. "I didn't know the DEA was circling him too," he said. "What exactly did she say?" "She said shipment on Tuesday. Tess whispered. And Frank little knew, "You're the only person alive who's seen Jordan pull the trigger," Hudson said. "And now, you're the only person who has him on record tying himself to a shipment." Her hand instinctively moved toward where the phone had been. "That recording," he said, "is the missing piece. You were brave, a survivor. Now it's time we finish this." His hand reached for hers. She looked down at him, his eyes steady, waiting. An unexpected warmth flooded through her. His gaze didn't waver. "I don't need you," he added. "I need what you have, but I'd prefer you alive when this ends." "Why?" she asked. "You have spunk, and I have a feeling." She didn't want him to clarify. She had a feeling too. Her doubts vanished. She took his hand. The fire burned low. Wind pushed against the walls. Snow fell silently against the windows. The storm had thickened, swallowing the mountain in darkness. Hudson dragged a chair near the bed. He rested his forearms on his knees, gun within reach, eyes scanning the monitors one last time before dimming the lights. "You should sleep," he said quietly. Tess lay beneath the blankets, stitches throbbing, adrenaline finally draining from her veins. The room felt smaller now, warmer. "You're not?" she asked. "I'll take first watch." "You've been taking watch since I got here." "That's the job." She studied him in the flicker of firelight, shoulders tight, jaw set, exhaustion he refused to admit. "You can lie down," she said softly. He didn't move. "I don't bite." A faint corner of his mouth lifted. "I'm not worried about that." "Then what are you worried about?" He held her gaze longer this time. Something unguarded flickered there, something he wasn't used to feeling. "Complications," he said finally. "You already shot a man for me," she replied. "I think we're past that." Silence stretched between them. The wind howled harder, rattling the cabin. Instinctively, she shifted closer to the edge of the mattress. "There's room," she said, more quietly now. Hudson stood slowly, like a man approaching a line he'd sworn not to cross. He set the gun on the nightstand within reach, kicked off his boots, lay stiffly on top of the blankets at first, keeping space between them. The heat from his body reached her anyway. For a moment, neither spoke. Then Tess turned onto her side. "Hudson?" "Yeah. Are we going to survive this?" He didn't answer immediately. "Yes," he said at last. He held her gaze a beat longer. "FBI extraction's set for first light. They'll land 2 miles east when the storm clears. We just have to make it until morning." She shifted closer. His breath changed. Barely. Her fingers brushed his hand. He didn't pull away. The space between them dissolved slowly, deliberately. His palm slid against hers. Warm. "You're shaking," he murmured. "So are you." That earned the smallest huff of breath, almost a laugh. She lifted her face. He hesitated only a second before closing the distance. His lips found hers. Soft. Testing. His hand cradled her jaw. Her fingers curled into the fabric of his shirt. Outside, the storm raged. Inside, the world narrowed, warmth and fragile. When they finally broke apart, their foreheads rested together. And then, a distant sound cut through the wind. Low, mechanical. Hudson froze. Engines. Multiple. His body shifted instantly, the softness gone. He rolled off the bed and grabbed the gun in one smooth motion. "Snowmobiles," he said. Headlights flickered through the trees beyond the window. "They found us." Next week, the conclusion of The Frozen Witness. Subscribe so you don't miss an episode.